Hello traders and aspiring traders, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm just going to be doing breakdowns of some of the trades that I took this week and sharing even more details on Forex related stuff. So please stick to the end. I'm sure you're going to learn one or two things. So there are two or three actually so far major trades that I took, but we already spoke about one in the previous video. So let's focus on USD JPY and GBP odd. I'm just going to go ahead and start with the USD JPY analysis, starting from the monthly time frame as usual. So what you see here, or what we all see, is that we had consecutive higher highs and higher lows being printed, but then price failed to take out this key level, right? And then instead it gave us a change of character, a lower high. So now that I see this, go to the weekly time frame, and on the weekly time frame, just to confirm our trend once more, the same thing. So what I did from here when I noticed a change of character had been formed was to go down to the 4-hour time frame and mark out the most recent swing, which is now basically the minor structure, which looks like it's becoming the major structure, but more on that on a different video maybe. So I went ahead and I marked out my most recent swing at the time of entry, which was from point A to B right here, and I basically waited for price to go into an OTE, a good enough zone for us to sell from 61.8, between from 61.8% to 50% level, right, which are the premium levels when using the Fibonacci tool. Now that I have this, I then went on the 1-hour time frame and I looked for a base and a continuation pattern, or a bearish engulfing candle. There are different names to it, but I call it a base, and I just simply went ahead and marked that out. So this was what I had as my base, and I waited for price to give me a continuation. Because the whole choppiness that happened around this zone, I just pretty much marked the entire thing, and then I went on the lower time frame and looked for a confirmation entry, and that's basically a bearish variation pattern. Some of us might be wondering what that is. There are different names and different terms used in this space. Just pick one, learn it, and stick to it. Okay, so what does that look like? It's basically a stopper shocker. See, another name. There are different names for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you a representation of what I'm trying to say, and this is it. So this was what I saw that made me take a trade on this particular asset class, candle 1, 2, and 3, with the third candle engulfing the 1 and 2. So I just go ahead and put out my short tool. A quick 1:1 on this trade, and the reason why that was a 1:1 was because of where my stop loss was. So over time, I'm going to show you how to use the Forex tool to be able to calculate your stop losses and take profits, so that even if you have a particular dollar figure as your daily loss limit, you still do not exceed it, even if your stop loss is like 100 pips. Okay, so just go ahead and drag this all the way to the high, so that this now serves as my protected high, and then I pretty much just put it somewhere around this zone, and that was it for the trade on USD JPY. Quick in and out, right? A quick in and out of this trade, and we were done. And you can see that it's still tanking further down. Then for the pound AUD trade, so the first entry that I attempted on this guy stopped me out. You'd see screenshots on the screen. I just waited for another entry and I took advantage of that. So I'll show you what made me re-enter on pound Aussie. So look at this now. On the monthly time frame, let me go ahead and delete all the diagrams one more time so you're not confused. Structure still to the upside, right? But then you go on the weekly time frame and you see that price had traded into another block right here. So price was now inside another block. What happens when price trades into another block? We expect retracements or reversals. So we're looking at this happening. Basically looking at this happening, and I dragged it into the present. The first entry I took was somewhere around here, I think. I can't fully remember the specific area, but I'll attach the picture of the loss. But for this other one now, this was what I was waiting for. So when I saw that price was inside our other block, I just went on a daily time frame to try to fine tune. So pullbacks was already starting to happen. Then when I started that, I knew that price had to retrace. Price doesn't just go in straight lines, right? So the one thing I did on the daily time frame was to mark out possible levels that pound Aussie was going to retrace into if it does not reverse. And the first one was here, these fair value gaps. Why? Because these are imbalances that the market left while moving too fast, and because they left too fast, eventually price will return into those imbalances and either fail 50% of it or 100%. So I marked out this zone and I marked out this other level, right? You can see that there's also another fair value gap where price is currently reacting off of right here, but these are my 2 interest points. So when I saw that, I just went to the 1 hour time frame to look for my bearish engulfing candle and a continuation pattern. So when this was printed, I took advantage of that. This is now our first entry markup, and then this is the second. Looked for a confirmation on the 5 minute time frame, and I took this trade, right? So you'd see that the first entry was on a loss, and then the second entry just did a 1:1 on one of these accounts, but on the Naira account you can see what it made. Now, there are a lot of traders who always say they don't have enough funds to go ahead and fund their trading account. Now, there are Naira accounts you can take advantage of with Xness. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to the Xness platform in the description so you can check them out. You can fund 10,000 Naira, 20,000 Naira and trade this market. They've made it so much easier. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the trades that I took. Tomorrow is NFP and I don't think I'm going to be actively trading tomorrow. I do not like to trade into the news. I like to trade the digested market after the news release has happened and whatever is decided has settled down. That is for me though. There are people who like to trade in news release and if it works for you that's cool, but for me no. So let us look at the Forex Factory. I already know what time it's coming out though, 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time. And yes, so there are people who are who trade the news heavily. They look at different factors, and I even went as far as writing them down so I don't miss any points on the different factors that you can look at when you're interested in trading NFP. I'll go ahead and type them out on the screen so you can take the screenshot and look into those data. And then when you're looking at a platform like Forex Factory, and you're trying to make sense of what the market is doing, especially if you do not have too much information or fundamental analysis, you can just simply click on this icon, this thing that looks like a folder right here. So we have the NFP, right? Click on it and what does it say? What does it measure? It clearly states that, and it also tells you the effect. So when it comes out higher than expected, it is good for the currency. We know that the NFP measures the change in the number of employed people during the previous month. So if there are more people getting jobs, it's a good sign that the economy is thriving. But if people are losing their jobs, there are layoffs here and there, then it's a sign that something is not moving so well in the economy. And right now, even there's so much uncertainty with the tariff, different policies that are coming into play with the new president, President Trump. This is the period where fundamentals play bigger roles in the market, even more than technical analysis. So right now, it's not the other blocks or even the fair value gaps that will necessarily hold these markets. It's fundamentals. So a time will come where you'd have to learn how to make sense of fundamentals. In fact, even better, we have ChatGPT that can help you understand fundamentals now, so you should check that out. On the previous video that I put out, there was a comment from somebody, I think I wrote it down. How do I get to know entry points? So from the breakdown that I just did of how I was able to take trades, I'm sure I showed you, or you saw rather, how I was able to fine tune and take entries. But if you still have or you still need more details, you can just leave a comment below and let's talk. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Forex Factory, this is what we have. So when I'm analyzing the market fresh off, I try to look at 3 things. It is technical analysis, fundamentals, and then I check sentiment to see the economic theme that is leading. And you can find that on platforms like Finviz that measures Forex performance. So just wait for it to load up. Okay. You can then see if what we have in play is a risk-on play, is it a flight to safety play, all of that shows. And I know that some people are wondering what I just said. That's fine. More videos that I make, I'll try to break down this concept. I try not to make my videos too long so that they don't get bored halfway through. But look at me opening Forex Factory again. Finviz Forex performance. So you can see what it looks like. So Forex Factory, for the news we're expecting, Forex Live, and Forex Live helps you to explain what those news mean. Then Forex Performance, Finviz, to see which economic theme is in play. So you can see that it hasn't finished loading, but based on what we're seeing here, it looks like a flight to safety because the yen is leading, the CHF, which is also a safe haven asset, is also up there. But then look at where the dollar is. The dollar is caught in the middle, which makes sense. There's a lot of uncertainties about it, but then still it is not so clear, right? Preferably, we would like to see the NZD, the AUD, the CAD all in one place because those are our risk currencies. Then the flight to safety, the safe haven currencies in one place, right? But let's not get into all of that today. That's pretty much what I saw. And yes, I am, just tell me what you would like for me to cover in the next video. Should we go more into fundamentals and explain them? Do you want to see fresh analysis from the top to the bottom of how I look at the market? Let me know, and I'll be more than willing to do that video. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching till the end. Please leave a like, leave a comment, kindly subscribe, and even share to more people you know would find these type of videos very, very helpful. It's going to help me and, help more people as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.